Hi everyone, welcome to week 4 of COMM 2000, Intro to News Reporting. I'm Jake, your instructor for this semester, or this 8 weeks, and this week is pretty low-key, I think, for you guys. Mainly what you guys are focused on doing is getting the quiz done. That's a big thing that we're doing this week, which is 50 questions. It covers the textbook, Associated Press style, and current events. And a couple of you have already taken it and made clear to me that there are some problems with it. Specifically, some of the questions are a little outdated. So that said, I think 2 of the questions you guys are going to get a freebie on. So whether you get them right or wrong, I'll go in and fix those for you once the grades get posted. So you'll have actually 2 more correct answers, I think, than what you're actually going to have. So rather than make everybody take it again because of the outdated questions, I'll just give you 2 free correct answers, which hopefully will help you guys. In addition to the quiz, so you guys have a week or so to take that. It opened, I think, on Monday, and you have until Sunday night, I think, to complete the quiz. So that should be plenty of time for you to work in about an hour or so to make sure that gets done. Once you start, you have 2 hours to complete the 50 questions. If you need additional time, I'm happy to accommodate that. Some students require additional time to complete exams, so if you are one of those students and are registered with Disability Services, I'm happy to accommodate that need. Just let me know in advance before you take it so I can set you up with that special access. For the quiz, you are required to use a lockdown browser, and that is mainly so to prevent you from Googling things that are in the current events. You should be wise stewards and be reading the news every day while you're in this course, so some of this stuff should be pretty easy, and you should be able to answer those questions quite simply. The other thing that you have this week is an open discussion. I posted that yesterday. That was made, it should have been made available last week, but I decided to delay it to this week because you guys don't have a writing assignment, and to keep you engaged in the course and doing things and having a good conversation, I decided to postpone it till this week. So there's 2 questions that are out there that are about the morgue section of the textbook, which if you should have the textbook by now, certainly, and if you'll need to read those sections and those stories that are in the morgue, and then prepare a response based on those. So like I said, the initial response should be 300 words, and the responses are open, so you don't have to there's no required amount. But over the course of your conversations with your classmates, you should produce a minimum of 600 words, which shouldn't be that difficult. And just to clarify a little bit about the open discussions, what I would rather see is you guys post one really provocative response to one of the questions, then 2 or 3 or whatever bland answers about everything. So I would rather if you have something really interesting and really thought-provoking to say about one of the questions, that's what I would rather you see. I would rather you respond to rather than write something kind of mid-grade or mediocre for all of them. Okay? If you have any questions, I'm available. What the topics in this week are... hold on, I'm pulling up the syllabus now. I apologize for this. Kind of jumping around between a couple of documents right now. The topics that we're talking about today are Chapter 6 and Chapters 5. You should have been through that already. And Chapter 6, which are covering the news and beyond breaking news. So review those. Make sure you're reading those sections in the textbook. A lot of those are really important stuff, and actually get down to the nitty-gritty of what we're doing, what you're expected to do as a news reporter, and what sort of the day-to-day responsibilities are as far as preparing news stories and doing your research, and how to write and doing specific kinds of stories. If we had more time in this course, we would be doing those kinds of things like writing obituaries, covering a meeting, those kinds of things. But sadly, we have a very short period of time, so we have to kind of blitz through that sort of stuff. So I'm expecting you guys to do your due diligence and do your duty as a student to read those chapters and stay on top of that information, because many of you are going to be pursuing some sort of related field that will apply these skills, and it's good for you to know what journalists are doing on a day-to-day basis and how they go about their business. So anyway, I won't keep you guys too long this week. I'm available by email as usual. You can always come and visit me. My office is in MUC 111, which is basically 1 floor underneath Einstein's. And it's right off the elevator in the basement of the University Center. But you can always call 931-221-7376. Reach me on email at lowryj@apsu.edu. I've had a lot of really good conversations with some of you about this class already, and I hope that continues. If you guys have any questions about the course, you can always post them in D2L as well. I subscribe to that one, so I get notifications, kind of like Facebook, whenever somebody posts in there. So you should get a pretty speedy response, provided I'm around a computer and have internet access. So, like I said, have a great week, guys. If you have any questions, come and see me, but stay on top of the reading, and we'll talk again in a couple of days. Thanks. Have a good week.